I don't know if I want to say transcendental or transcending, because in actuality they are two separate concepts. And if I look at transcendence, I look at becoming more, or or going beyond what you are empirically aware of. If I look at transcendental, I am looking at a state of achievement, a level of spiritual attainment. And so a little bit different concepts, but in essence trying to cover all of them in our talk tonight. When we think of transcending the physical plane, that is primarily the use in today's meditations, is to transcend the physical aspects, what is known on a physical level, what your spirit is aware of on a spiritual level in the what we call time and space essence. We have to accept that time and space are movable objects. They are not stationary. They are concepts that give us an illusion or a perception. Time and space exist on the physical planes so that you can have single moment or sensory awareness of an event, a person, an object. All things are in the present moment, so that you have some kind of understanding of this progression of the soul. Just as you see a child going through the different levels of school, you will also see a soul progress in much the same way. And so we call our lives past lives, and we call our lives future lives, and we call our lives present lives. But in reality, none of those time and space illusions exist. We look at the spirit or the soul as being incomplete and needing to achieve completion. We instead need to look at the soul as already complete and wanting to become more. So more than being complete, more than being all that there is. Because all that there is also ever changing and ever expanding and ever growing. So we can never attain all there is, because all there is, by our perception of just knowing that there is all of something, it brings other things into play. So as we expand our ability to understand concepts and spiritual evolution, that in itself changes what we previously had attained or what we previously knew. So even as you grow, the ability for growth increases, as well as the knowledge that is attainable increases as you grow. So by yourself progressing on a soul level, progressing in a soul manner, that in itself creates more than what was before. That small growth or that progression had occurred. So we look at God as complete. We look at each spirit, each soul sitting here as complete. We are all complete in our essence. We have chosen to participate in a time and space platform in order to organize and put systematically what we have achieved in some kind of placement that gives promise or gives rise to further growth and to further attainments. We come into the physical world splintered. Our spirit splinters into, for clarity, we'll say 7 bodies. So you have 7 aspects of yourself, at least. that are existing in other levels or other space and time dimensions, as well as past lives, future lives, present lives, and simultaneous lives. But all of these aspects are you, all of these aspects are God, all of these aspects change what is God and change what is you moment to moment. When we are first conceived as a new soul, we bring our awareness to God very much in the same way mother and a baby. We bring our first understanding of sentience, our first understanding of independent thought from God. Our most spirits in first independent thought that is not God is an awareness of self, separateness from God. And so our first thought or our first step on our spiritual path is an awareness that we have separated from the source and are independent from the collective source or the collective consciousness of God. So when we have that realization of separateness, this creates the birth of our soul. Our soul is taken through that understanding into an elementary understanding of what that soul's purpose is, what that soul's creation or separateness from God came about. So we look at first an understanding of separateness from God, then we look at an understanding of a mission or a task for God or with God. And then third, we come to an understanding that the fact that we realize we are separate from God changes the complete structure of the universe and all the other levels and all the other mindsets. So every thought, every moment that we have and that we participate in creates change in all different levels at all different times in all different spaces. And certainly within our souls and within ourselves. After a new soul has come to an understanding of separateness, after a new soul has come to an understanding of a function or a goal, a premise, and a creation of a task, a creation of a mission, that soul then chooses and meditates on how to best achieve that purpose that it has been brought forth for. And that spirit, through its essence of searching for a way to fulfill its purpose, creates a vibrational frequency that enables that spirit, that soul, to create change or to create an understanding of change within itself. And that spirit will take many different forms before it fulfills its mission. It will take many different awarenesses and levels of understanding, and it will merge different aspects of itself and come to a place where it is able to creatively choose which aspects of itself to join.